government for that state creation. We don't need it for now.
Why?
There's no money to fund that. We don't need it because there's no money. They borrowed money to fund other states. They want to create more. What we need now is insecurity, economy, and infrastructure. We don't need state creation now.
All right, thank you very much.
All right.
Talking about security and the economy. Well,
most of the people who are supporting state creation, they are just trying to be politically correct. They are just trying to be politically correct. But if you look at the country as of today, America, look at the landmass of America. We don't have one fifth of the landmass of America as a people. We don't even have the population of America.
I mean, Pennsylvania alone.
As a people sustaining. What we have right now, we have local government system in place that is not working. Let's address that. Let's make those local government system to work so that our people can reap the benefit of democracy rather than further compounding allow for further creation of state. The Nigerian constitution as of today professes to be a federal constitution, but it is a unitary constitution. It's a unitary constitution. So, and what you are going to do now, by the time you structure of Nigeria, what you are going to have is petty little state, tiny little state that cannot withstand the federal government. And what you will have is a tyranny at the center, over concentration of power at the center.
So what does the Constitution say about state creation?
The Constitution makes it very difficult to create state, even at this time. Our Constitution is very inflexible and rigid. You will have to take this issue to all the houses of assembly all over for each of the states.
Or just
for each of the states. For each of the states. There has to be a consensus by the House of Assembly. How are they going to achieve that without political solution? And if they carry out a political solution by just an aggregation of the Houses of Assembly, the way they've been doing over amendment, it is too complex. And the cost of governance today is too high. Nigeria cannot live with this present economic condition with creation of additional state, creation of more senators, creation of more members of the House of Reps, and all ministers and all of that. We can't have that now. Those who are thinking of it should remove their brain, open up their brain.
All right, Lagos,
and do things that will benefit the nation.
Lagos, let's hear from you in all of this conversation.
We cannot have that.
0903-714-2798. 0903-714-2798. Our callers is 0705-890-4927. 0705-890-4927. Or other lines 0805-0805. 092 0927 0805 092 0927. Yes, we're looking at the creation of more 31 states. The House of Reps are proposing to create more 31 states. Well, can this materialize? That's what we're looking at because it's a long way to go. Barrister, is it going to be? How long do you think
this agenda is a 2027 agenda? I can tell you that.
The creation of more states?
Yes, for politicians. Is to expand the political space. All right? For politicians to have more of opportunities, more offices. That's the only reason for it. It's not for the people. It's not because it's going to better Nigeria.
If it's just a politician, then it's looking like to be more like a greed.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. That is self-serving. When I said earlier on that is self-serving, it's a private thing. Nigerians belong to state already. We know the state where we belong to. And all the states we have as of today, everybody knows where it belongs to. Now, it's only creating job for the boys.
What boys?
The politicians.
We have women too in politics. We have women in politics too.
Obviously, but they are all boys. Those women who regard themselves as women, but Nigerian women who are politicians, they don't see themselves as women, especially where there is a struggle and competition for appointment and all of that. They are all the same. It doesn't matter the gender anyway. So you find that in the political space, Nigeria political space, there are more politicians in Nigeria than even what is needed as of today. Okay, so and most of those politicians, everybody is dreaming of becoming a state governor. Everybody is dreaming of becoming a commissioner somewhere. Everybody is dreaming, and you know the space is limited, is restricted. So creation of state for politicians, especially this our present self-serving politician, is an ideology or an agenda that they will push through. Because of course you see the way they are moving for political parties to be able to control their geopolitical region, their senatorial district, their constituencies and all of that. Now imagine where there is states. Some of those who are already senators, they are dreaming of becoming governors who have not tasted state government before. So if of course they push through those agendas, it will be to benefit them. Some of them are already arranging what they will do with the new state. So they will support, politicians will support this idea of state creation. But the question is whether it is proper, whether it is right, whether the economy can carry it, whether we have the financial strength, the income, the revenue to be able to run it.
All right. I mean, there were talks about the ethnic and religious conflict. I mean, that this creation of more states will eliminate ethnic and religious conflicts. Do you agree to
No,
that?
I don't agree.
Why?
Because most of these states they are going to create is going to cut across most of these issues.
But there have been issues of ethnic conflict, religious
There
conflict.
will always be. The only way you can avoid that, is to have regions that are based on people's group. All right? Regions that are, for instance, if you look at the entire north, it's not everybody in the north that is a Muslim.
Of course.
And you have Muslims and Christians living in different parts of the north. So creating state is not going to change all of that. It's not going to change the cohabitation of Muslims with Christians. And you are not even creating those states along religious lines. All the states you have mentioned now that they are proposing, they are not going to be created along religious lines or tribal lines. Okay? They are going to be dividing different people that are of the same ethnic group in different states. Most of them. Okay? For instance, if you are going to, let me give you practical, if you are going to create Ijebu state, for instance,
Okay.
of course you are going to have to move people from Ikorodu, people from Ekpe and Remo who don't regard themselves as true Ijebu, even though they are Ijebus. Don't get me wrong. But they don't regard themselves as part of the core Ijebu people. You are going to be putting them in that state.
Why are you from Ijebu?
I'm not from Ijebu,
Okay.
incidentally. So if you create such a state, for instance, that division is still there. The Remo people will still tell you they are Remo, they are not Ijebus. The Korodu people will still tell you they are Lagosians.
Odogbolu.
Yes,
Amodo
yeah,
side.
they will tell you they are the Lagosians. They are not Ijebu, strictly speaking. Even though they are all constitutively Ijebu people.
All right, Lagos. So let me break it down for you, for those who have not been, who just joining us right here on Spotlight on Super 92.7 FM. Yes, North Central, we have in Benue State, Benue Ala State. Those are the proposed states. I'll be taking it up for you right now. In North Central, Benue State, Benue Ala State. In Kogi State, proposing Okun State. In Kogi State also, we're proposing Okura State. In Kogi State too. But Barrister, I mean, 3 states out of Kogi State. I don't know if that's how big it is. We have confluence states. Okun, Okura, and confluence states from Kogi State.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Yes. That is purely a political division. There have been conflicts among these people. And over the years, they have been able to manage themselves. It's just like when you talk of Anioma State, for instance, and Delta State. All right? There had been that agitation. But over the years, these people had been able to manage.
They want to be alone and all.
Yes. Look, if you continue like this, we will have self-identity. Even more state after this 31 state.
Are we going to understand?
Obviously, we will still have more. Because you can see Kogi State alone now, divided into 3. Based on the Benue State also. Benue, Ala, and all of that.
Benue, we have Apagba. That's from still Benue.
Yes.
We have another one again. Apa.
Yes.
We have Apagba. We have Apa State from still Benue State too. Wow. That's 3 from Benue. We also have another one. Okay, Adamawa. That's Amana State. We have Bauchi State. Bauchi is just one. Bauchi State. We have Katagum State. Then in Borno State, we have Savannah State. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Borno State, Savannah State. There've been some kind of will I say, a crisis? Or
who are those who will live in that savannah state? You see, again, you have to think of the problem of boundary adjustment, because that's also going to be a major political conflict that you cannot manage even after you have created those states. Those boundary adjustment issues will always be there, and you will find people fighting each other over those boundaries.
because if you say these are political, I mean, most of the states here are not just APC states. We have Kano. Kano is being divided into two. We have
when we say political, we say political, we are talking about geopolitical benefit that will emerge from this creation of state. Now, the president is the one that will be the biggest beneficiary of this, and maybe other politicians, because whoever becomes president of Nigeria will have so many states under his control. And what you have is that it's so easy to manipulate people when they are in small bit. What is the sense, for instance, in creating Aba state? How big is Aba town itself, Aba itself, that you want to create Aba state? How many local governments are you going to put in that state or in any other state? Benue, Allah, for instance. How many states how many local government are you going to put in those states? Have you ever thought about it? So these are the complexities. How are you going to divide the people without their consent? Are you just going to sit down and draw topographical divisions and call it boundaries without a consensus? This kind of a thing, the proper way to go about it is to first organize a referendum.
Let's still move on this. Yes.
It's to organize a referendum.
In Kano, we have Tsiga State. We have in Kebbi, we have Kainji State. In Kano also, we have Gari State. And then coming to Southeast. Yes, in Southeast, we have ATT State. No, well, and that's coming from the Southeast geopolitical zone. Then we have Adada State. That's coming from Enugu. We have Urashi State. That's coming from Southeast geopolitical zone. We have Olu State. I think that's an Imo state.
Yes, that's
Olu.
Imo.
Yeah, we have Olu State. Yes. Then Aba State, which we just talked about now, coming from Abia State. Well, I don't know how this. In South, Ogoja State. That's from Cross River. Then we have Warri State. That's from the present Delta. Warri that big? Well, we have Bori State. That's present coming from River State. We have Obolo State. That's coming from the present Rivers and Akwa Ibom State. They're not even close. Rivers and Akwa Ibom are far from each other.
Yes, like that. That's what the proponents of most of these states are the politicians, the senators, the governors, and some of their other elements.
I mean, why are you bent on the political? Is there any other angle or any other benefit to all of this creation of states?
It's not going to benefit anybody. Look, now let me explain this. Okay. If you divide, like, let me use the Lagos example, for instance. When Lagos State was divided into 54 LCDAs from the 20 local governments that existed in that state, what happened? Did it enhance the income of Lagos? No. The allocation that comes from the federal to that area, did it increase it? No. In fact, federal government was still giving them based on the local government structure that is contained in the constitution, which is 20. The allocation they are getting was based on the old 20 local government that the constitution recognized for them. All right? And that particular, the amount, the allocation that is given for 20 is what is shared among all the LCDAs. But you find that even at that particular allocation does not get to the LCDA. There is no LCDA in Lagos State, for instance, that has allocation, direct allocation. Most of them are running on their own based on resident associations. Whatever the resident association collects or they generate, that's what they use to run the LCDAs in the state. So the question is this: it's not going to enhance the financial capacity of those states that will be created or enhance the income of the government. It's all about more votes. It's all about expanding the political base for politicians to play with. It's all about creating new set of offices and positions for politicians. It's like creating new portfolios and jobs for them. So, and the Nigerian people cannot afford to be using his income to sustain this lazy group of people, these people that are unproductive. We cannot continue to expand the political base for politicians to aggrandize themselves and keep making money out of the state, out of the local government, out of all the political structures that are supposed to benefit the people. So if Nigeria cannot manage what it has as of today, the number of states we have, okay, what is the assurance that you better manage when it is almost 60-something states?
Is Nigeria not managing the states we have?
Of course we are not. Of course we are not. Both the federal government and the state had failed the people. There is nothing happening in terms of benefit to the people. No welfare facility. No, most of the state people are hungry all over Nigeria. There is insecurity everywhere. I think those issues are more important than creation of state.
All right, Lagos, let's still roll out the states more. Now, it's coming to south. I was telling you that we have Ogoja from Cross River. We have Warri from the present Delta State. We have Bori from the present River State. That's coming from Rivers and Akwa Ibom. We have Obolo State. Now, to southwest, we have Toruebe State. That's from Delta, Edo, and Ondo State. Toruebe from Ibadan State. We have that's from Oyo State. We have Ibadan State from Oyo. Then from Lagos, we have Lagoon State. I don't know where that will be.
Well, what is Lagoon State?
That will be the highland.
Maybe what does that mean?
Maybe from Adeniji down to
what's the meaning of all that? What's the meaning of
Ekpe will be another state.
For what? What do they want to do there?
Another state.
Which state?
They have another governor. So Olu will be maybe. All right. Let's look at this. Now we have in Ogun State, we have Ijebu State. Yes. And down from talking about Lagos State and Ogun together, that's the Lagoon State. Then we have Ife-Ijesha State. That's coming from the Oyo State. Ife-Ijesha State. And now to Ogun, Oyo, and Osun State. We have Oke-Ogun. Okay, that's from Ogun, Oyo, and I don't know how this land.
Now, if there is any, like in Ogun State, for instance, I can tell you that in Ogun State, if there is any state that should be created in Ogun State, it is even the Yewa State that should be created. It's Yewa State.
There always conflict during elections.
Yes.
I mean, for Yewa.
Yes, the Yewa people consist of a large mass of people from, in fact, what you call Abeokuta.
How about their worries?
Yes, the Yewa and the Aworis. The Yewas and the Aworis, they are together. Okay. They constitute almost about 60% of the income of that state.
Why are you from Ogun State?
Yes, I'm from Ogun State.
Okay, I see you're the spokesperson.
So no, what I'm saying is I'm not even supporting any creation of state from the present Ogun State. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
But what I'm saying is that some of those states are just going to be pieces of tiny geographical entities that cannot survive, that cannot live well. We are having challenges with Ogun State, for instance, in terms of income, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of allocation, in terms of IGR, and all of that. Now imagine where you have to create four states out of Ogun State or 3 states out of Ogun State. You are going to balkanize that state, and it's not going to improve the income of that state. It's only going to create offices, more infrastructure and all of that, more political offices, and expand the political space. That's the way I see it.
All right, let's go to social media. Yes, messages coming in from WhatsApp. Good morning, Olamilekon from Lagos. You can see how the president has made some people low-grade minds in their thinking. This is what poverty creation can do. How can you think of creating 30 more states? You can see the mentality, the loyalty is cash and carry. Objection, na mortuary. Everybody get agenda. With their mercenary enterprise, all they think is money. Share the national cake, where they have turned the people to beggars in the midst of plenty. Oh, it's also saying that, Well, Olamilekan, I guess I get your point there that hypocrisy, they can't give what they don't have. It's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of all. Truly, there was a country. Okay, yes, keep your message coming in right there on WhatsApp. Is 0705 690 0927. 0705 690 0927. Don't forget, callers. The phone lines are open 0903 714 2798. 0903 714 2798. Or 0705 890 4927. 0705 890 4927. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
this is Adewale
All right, Wale from where?
from
From where?
Ikoyi, Lagos.
All right, Wale from Ikoyi, please make your comment. Go ahead.
Okay, to me, there's nothing bad in creation of new states because it's to create more opportunity for government to be close to their people. For instance, in Ogun State, there are villages, there are communities because the state is too big. Governor did not even remember them. Places like Songwater and all places like that. So I think creating more states will create more opportunity for people to get close to the government. Now, in the issue of Lagos State,
Hello?
20 local government from federal government. Now we're having 54 local governments now. Most of those places, they are close to the government now. For instance, Maryland, Onibumbo, Ikeja now, like 3 local government was created under Ikeja alone. Now this gives people more opportunity to get close to their government and they can interact with them. This is not the first time this is happening. Like in Peninsula, overseas there, it happens early 20th centuries that they created more nations on that same country. So I think it's a good idea to me.
All right, a good idea to you. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Yeah, please, can you turn down the volume on your radio set so we can hear you properly, please?
Yes, my name is Samuel, calling from Ojabara.
All right, Samuel, please, go ahead.
Okay, sir, please, I'm so much happy with this conversation that is going on. And at the same time, I so much love the way that the man with you that is there, I think either the barrister, speaking with you. Yes, the man, in fact, the man knows what he's talking about. I'm not in total support of creating another state.
Why are you not in support? What's your defense?
Honestly speaking, Nigeria is not yet right for such creation of new additional states. I'm 100% not in support of it at all. This is not the time that we should be thinking about creating another new state when things have not yet feel the way it's supposed to be. That is why I'm enjoying that man that is with you, either the barrister, the man that is speaking. I don't know whether he's barrister or what.
Yes, barrister DJ.
The man that is with you right there. I always listen to your conversation every morning.
Thank you.
I always enjoy your program, my brother.
Thank you very much.
I love the man that is with you right there. That is he's a learned man, speaking with a lot of points and others. And I love the way he's doing things.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm not in support at all.
All right. Thank you very much for your point there. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead on this conversation. Yes, the phone line still remains 0903 714 2798. 0903 714 2798 or 0705 890 4927. 0705 890 4927. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Miriam
All
calling
right.
from Bagada.
All right,
Yeah,
Marian from
this is to
Bagada.
really appreciate the barrister with you. He spoke so well. He understands the issues we have here. He knows very well that the politicians are just enjoying the country at the detriment of the citizens. So creating more states is like creating more opportunities and jobs for them. Whoever is saying is trying to make the government get close to the people, it's a total blunder. It's a lie. We are born here. We have been citizens of this country. Most of us are very patriotic, but we have no reason at all to be happy with the situation of things. No social welfare, no social amenity, no support for those who are old. As we speak, I have my mother-in-law and my mother with me, and it's now my responsibility to take care of them. People that have worked for the country, they have done everything possible to raise children and work for others, yet they are still dependent on their children. Meaning that the country has nothing for them. The politicians, they have everything just for them in a country as huge, with so much potential and naturally blessed. And the only thing our politicians do is to siphon everything to their personal luxury, go outside, go to France, go to US to look for legitimacy. Countries outside there that are looking upon us, we go there and show ourselves for nothing. So, Barrister, you are talking to the heart of many Nigerians.
All right.
And I really appreciate everything that you drop in that station. You are really motivating all of us to know that, yes, we keep doing our best, but these politicians are a problem. We already know, but we pray that one day God will dismantle all these their evil activities and set Nigeria free for who she is. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your comment. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, please call us back. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mr. Winamite, known as AG Baby.
All right, Winamite, please go ahead quickly.
All right. The program this morning is a very, very normal today. As I'm listening, I just enter now, but I hear the little last thing.
All right, thank you very much.
If I may not understand, if I understand, you are talking about local government and state. Have we?
Yeah, we're talking about creation of more states in Nigeria.
Yeah, it's very, very important to create more.
All right,
And
thank you very much for your point.
What we need mostly is somebody that can be there and be leading us, giving us what we need, not giving us what we need.
All right, your point is noted. We need more of that. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Balogun. I'm calling from VI.
All right, Balogun, please, quickly, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. You see, I don't agree with people saying one state is too big for a governor to control. If they want to collect tax, they will collect tax down to the bush. But if they want to develop area, then they will complain that they will give excuse that they forgot some places and they don't go there at all. I don't believe in that. Creating of a new state is not. We don't need it. We don't need it at all. I don't know how they think like that.
All right, your point is noted.
Don't need it too.
Thank you very much for that. Quickly, all right, Barrister, we'll round up on the show today. It's been a wonderful time. Yeah, but quickly, what's your thought in all of this? I mean, Nigerians are saying, well, some are saying we need it, and some are saying that it takes us closer to the people.
Yes, those who are saying that we need it. Those who are saying that we need
Barrister.
it.
Okay.
Those who are saying we need it is because they feel that it will bring governance closer to them. That's essentially why they say so. But the truth of it is that it's not going to bring governance to anybody. Because if the local government that is to bring governance to them is not doing so as at the moment, and there is no intention, even if you create 10 states out of the state, it's politicians' game. And this government is out interested in having achievements of the people, trying to get the people to be divided over issues so that they can divert the attention.
Wow. All right, Barrister, it's been a wonderful time
Thank you very
being
much.
part of the show today.
Thank you.
Barrister Deji Olaleya. Yes, he's a public affairs commentator and also a university lecturer. I mean, Fridays like this, we're always looking up to you right here.
Always very
Thank you
volatile.
very much. All right, Lagos, it's time for us to put an hand to the show right here today. We'll see you on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend. My name is Michael Hyang.